my beautiful sweet friends, how you doing today? It's me, Sharita Jones, checking back in with another video. Hey, sing it with me, guys. You know it's hard out here for a tip when you're trying to get this money for the rent. Yes, guys, I'm back with another episode of It's Hard Out Here for a Temp. It's day one at my new temp assignment. And as I step into the building, I take a deep breath and give myself a pep talk. You know, you've got this. You're adaptable. You're a professional. You can do this. And I've been through worse. You know, I tell myself this, you've been through worse. You could do this. The elevator ride is the quiet before the storm kind of thing. The moment of zen when everything feels possible before the chaos begins. But soon as those doors open, guys, I'm greeted by a sight that would make even the most seasoned temp worker shiver, guys. Seriously, it was insane. An office with boxes stacked on top of boxes to the ceiling, buzzing phones, and people rushing around with looks that say, we're barely holding on. They like, for real, they was running around like crazy. Before I could say a word, a frantic woman approaches me. Oh, you must be the temp. Great, follow me. I nod, trying to look confident, even though my stomach, guys, was doing gymnastic flips. It was afraid, scared, nervous, all the things. She leads me through a room with all these desks and things, to a small cubicle that looks like it hasn't been touched since .com was a bubble. You know, that kind of thing. The .com bubble. The computer hums like it's contemplating its life choices. And there's an old mug that read there. It was a mug that was sitting there called World's Best Intern, sitting on the desk. Welcome aboard, she says, dropping a thick binder onto the desk, right? She drops this huge binder on the desk. This is our training manual. You'll be the point of person for the data entry and the client communications. Then with a smile that's more stress than warmth, she adds, we're counting on you. And just like that, poof, pow, she was gone, leaving me with a manual thicker than an encyclopedia and a sense of impending doom. I crack open the binder, expecting step-by-step instructions. Instead, I'm greeting with phrases like refer to SOP module 3.1 for advanced data protocols. Great, the mysterious SOP module 3.1 that's probably hidden somewhere in the bowels, guys, deep down in this office somewhere, more likely never existed at all. My first task comes in via email from someone named Brad. Hey, Brad. He writes on the email, urgent. We need the client report updated and sent out ASAP. Thanks. He wanted this email sent out ASAP. I opened the file and it's a spreadsheet. So it was just so jacked up, so convoluted that it might as well have been a treasure map. I started navigating the columns labeled revenue projections and client feedback. Each one was linked to more tabs than I thought possible. Just when I'm piecing it all together, an error message pops up. Access denied. I click again and I kept clicking. And the same error kept appearing. Cue the first lesson of temp work. Every job comes with an unannounced initiation, an impossible task that tests your will to survive. I wave over the nearest coworker, a guy looking perpetually annoyed. He was looking so annoyed, he didn't even want to be bothered, right? So I say, hey, I'm having trouble accessing this file. Any idea who I should contact? He barely looks up from his keyboard. IT department is who you need to contact, but good luck. They're in a meeting until 3. I glance at the clock. It's 9:45 a.m. Fantastic. I decide to move on to the next task, but the phone rings. It's Brad himself. It's Brad calling. Hey, I need that report sent out within an hour. He wanted that report now. You've done this before, right? I speak out and say, sure. He already hung up the phone. I need the chance to say what I needed to say. In panic mode, right? I'm panicking now, right? So panic mode activated. I go back to the binder and skim for anything resembling a client report instructions, anything like that that I can possibly find to help me with this project. Instead, I find an outdated emergency evacuation procedure. It had a note on there that says Janet's birthday cake from 2017. Time is ticking. So I improvise. I pull up YouTube, love YouTube, right? And I type in how to create a client report in 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes later, I got a rough draft version ready. Not perfect, but hey, temps work on faith and caffeine, right? So thank you, YouTube University. As I send the report off, another email arrives. This one is from HR. Reminder, today is team building trivia at 1 p.m. Attendance is mandatory. They wanted me to be there in attendance. Team building trivia, perfect. because nothing bonds an office quite like an awkward small talk and pretending to know who won the Super Bowl in 2008. Who won the Super Bowl in 2008? Comment below. The event is held in the conference room, guys. We're going to this conference room. We're going to this conference room, which smells like reheated pizza, last year's cleaning supplies. This is what you're smelling as you walk into the conference room. The trivia begins. I sit at a table with the regular employees, that's what they call themselves, who exchange inside jokes that I don't get. The first question is about office milestones. I take a sip of my water and I hope that they don't notice me. But of course, someone asks, hey, new girl, new lady, what department did Janet start in? I have no idea what department Janet started in. Everyone laughs. I chuckle awkwardly, praying that they don't expect an answer because I had no idea what I think Janet don't even work here no more. I survived the trivia without too much embarrassment. I head back to my desk, but before I could sit, Brad appears, waving that report that I sent. This isn't formatted the way that we usually do it. Did you not check the SOP module 3.1? The exclusive SOP module 3.1. I didn't have access to that. I omit my face turning red. These are things that they don't teach you on these assignments. He nods, his expression, a mix of frustration and pity. All right, I'll show you. Follow me. He leads me to a filing cabinet that looks older than my career and pulls out a dog-eared copy of the infamous Module 3.1. Turns out it's just 2 pages of vague bullet points and a diagram that looks like a spaghetti chart. See? Easy, Brad says. This is what Brad is saying. It's easy. As if this clears up everything. He hands it to me and then he walks off, leaving me wondering how this office has survived this long. Like, how has this office survived this long? They don't train you on anything. They don't teach you anything. They don't show you anything. And they expect for you to figure it out. Thank you, YouTube University. The rest of the day is a blur of emails, unanswered questions, and trying to decode systems that were probably designed in the early internet era. By 5:30 p.m., guys, yay, 5:30, I'm packing up, exhausted, but relieved I made it through. I head out, the receptionist calls after me. Oh, don't forget, you're here at 7 a.m. tomorrow for the quarterly meeting. Of course, temps don't get the luxury of easing into anything. I give her a thumbs up and step into the elevator, mentally preparing for whatever fresh chaos tomorrow holds. Optimistic, of course. So yeah, it's hard out here for a temp. We're thrown into deep end, expected to swim kind of situations. And sometimes the pool has no water, guys. Go figure. But we do it because, guys, deep down, we know we're capable. We learn to navigate the mess. We find the unfindable SOPs and smile when we'd rather cry. I know I've been there. I've cried. And at the end of the day, guys, we walk out knowing we did what few would dare to do. We made it work, even when everything around us didn't, guys. So we made it work, guys. So sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp. 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 This song plays rent-free in my head. I sing this song all day, every day. Sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp. Thank you so much, Nemo. You keep these episodes coming. You request these all the time when you constantly sing them on your video. Thank you so much for all the love. Thank you so much for always watching. Thank you so much, guys, for always shouting me out. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing the videos. Thank you so much for always commenting. Guys, you give me the inspiration and the fuel to keep going. So I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you all so much. Love you all so much. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. You are amazing. You are the best. Love you lots, friends. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Have an amazing day.